Over the almost 35 years of Super Mario Bros., Nintendo has released 18 games in the main series and hundreds of spin-off titles. Even though there has been a large amount of games, Nintendo has never cheaped out on its content and always included hours upon hours of incredibly fun gameplay. This content has always included an abundant amount of secrets that range from easy to find to incredibly obscure. My name is Copycat, and welcome to the best secrets in every Mario game. Now, just a note before I get this video started, I'm going to be focusing on secrets and Easter eggs, and I'm going to try to stay as far away from glitches as I can. That's going to be for another video. Also, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel and hit that bell button to stay notified when I upload new videos. Ever since the first Super Mario Bros. For the NES, Nintendo has added some sort of world warp secret, allowing players to skip a considerable portion of the game. The first of these here takes place behind the pipe in World 1, 2, and lets you travel instantly to Worlds 2, 3, or 4. The next is in World 4, 2, where there's another warp behind the end pipe that only leads to World 5. However, there is a secret beanstalk that you can find that will lead you to more warp pipes for World 6, 7, and 8. Without a proper guide or internet, finding these secrets back in the day was extremely satisfying. My favorite secret in this game is how fireworks actually get triggered. I originally thought this was based on a random occurrence or the amount of coins you collect, but it's actually based on the amount of time left on the timer. If the last digit on the timer is 1, then only 1 firework will launch. If it's 3, then 3 will launch. And if it's 6, then 6 will launch. This is a really nice Easter egg, and I really love how Nintendo was thinking about little details like this, even back in Mario's inception. Warps work a bit differently in Super Mario Bros. 2, as my very first playthrough of the game, this mechanic wasn't even evident at all. That's because warping can only be achieved by setting a potion door down on a very specific jar and entering the subspace. Once you're in that subspace and you travel down the jar, then you'll get warped to a predestined world. The one in World 1-3 leads to World 4, the one in 3-1 leads to World 5, the one in 4-2 leads to World 6, and finally the one in 5-3 leads to World 7. There are some other glitch secrets in this game, but I'm going to leave it for another video. Nintendo once again changed the way warps worked in Super Mario Bros. 3, as you now had to obtain the magic whistle. When used, it would teleport you to the warp zone, which would allow you to select which world you want to go to. Oddly enough, these are only found in 3 places throughout the game. You can get the first by performing the World 1-3 secret, where you have to press down on this white platform which will clip you behind the stage, giving you the whistle when completing the level. The second is found in the World 1 Fortress, where you need the Super Leaf power-up to fly above the stage, entering a hidden room, and the final one is found in the World 2 Overworld. This one can only be collected by breaking the rock with a hammer that you get as a power-up when you defeat the random Hammer Bros level. However, you really only need 2 whistles to reach World 8, meaning that the one in World 2 is effectively useless. Another secret in this game is trying to make the white mushroom houses and white treasure ships appear. Mushroom houses are a bit easier to trigger, as you just need to collect a specific amount of coins in a specific level in each world. In World 1-4 you need to collect 44 coins, in World 2-2 you need 30, in World 3-8 you need 41, in World 4-2 you need 22, in World 5-5 you need 28, in World 6-7 you need 78, and in World 7-2 you need 41. Unlocking these white mushroom houses will let you collect either a P-Wing in odd number worlds, or an anchor or music box in the even number worlds. In terms of getting the special secret white treasure ships to spawn, this is a lot more difficult and requires you to follow a few steps. The first is that you need to be in Worlds 1, 3, 5, or 6. The second is that the coins you collect have to be a multiple of 11. The third is that you have to end the stage with an even number on the clock. And finally, the tens digit in your score has to be the same as the tens digit in the amount of coins you collect. No matter how tedious that sounds, getting this white treasure ship is worth it as there's many coins here to collect, and for many years the way to achieve this feat was based in myth. The first title of the series to reach the handheld Game Boy, Super Mario Land sported a few secrets that you may not know about. One of these is that the game actually has an expert mode that can only be unlocked once you beat the normal game. To access this mode, press any button on the title screen, which will change the mushroom cursor into Mario's face and will let you know that you did it properly. There's not too much different here, just a few extra added enemies on each level to make things slightly more difficult. In terms of secrets, there is one level in World 1-3 that has a few parts that look inaccessible at first, but can actually be reached with the help of a few hidden elevators. The first is right at the start of the stage, where you have to uncover one hidden within an invisible block. This lets you travel to the top of the screen where you can collect all the coins. The second one can be found in between the two question mark boxes halfway through the level. This lets you access a pipe that leads to a sub area with some coins to collect. It's weird because this elevator feature never appears anywhere else in this game. Super Mario World has some of the craziest secrets in the series in the form of alternate exits, keys, hidden algorithms, and insane special levels. The alternate exits in this game allow you to take a different path, either cutting down your time in a world significantly, or leads you right to Star World. The best way to know if a level has this feature is if it's marked red in the overworld. There are 24 of these secret exits in total, so I won't showcase them all, but I will give you an idea of how a few of them work. The very first one of these takes place in Donut Plains 1, where you have to use the Cape Feather power-up and fly to the top of the screen towards the end of the level. In this area, there'll be a key and a keyhole, which opens the alternate path. Now, this particular one isn't done the way the developers intended, as they wanted you to trigger one of the 4 switch palaces found around the overworld, but it definitely adds to the secret theme this game has. In Donut Secret House 1, there's a hidden vine that can only be reached once the P-switch is activated. This will bring you to a door that, when entered, takes you to the King Boo secret boss battle. Once you easily defeat him, then you'll unlock the first entrance to Star World. There are 5 of these Star World access points that allow you to get to 5 secret levels. To get to the special zone, you need to find the secret exit in each of the Star World levels, which is no easy feat. These special zone levels are unlike anything else in the entire game, as they're extremely hard. Now, I could really go on forever showcasing every little tidbit and secret in this game, but for the sake of time management, I'll just show you my favorite 2. In the vanilla ghost house, there are platforms near the start of the level that at first glance look as if they were just randomly placed. However, there actually is a specific path you can take that will trigger a 1-up mushroom. There's really no indication that this is a game mechanic at all, it's just a cool little hidden feature. Another cool thing I always thought was really interesting was the secret exit in World 6-2 or Chocolate Island 2. This mechanic isn't based on finding a key or defeating a boss, but involves you having to get to the 3rd screen of the level in a certain amount of time. If you get there before 250 seconds is on the timer, then an alternate path presents itself and you'll find the secret key. I remember my sisters and I spending hours trying to figure out the specific mechanic, which definitely seems out of place in this game. Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels contains warps that function very similarly to the original game in the series, but this time it doesn't give you a choice of where you can go. On top of all that, there's certain pipes in this game that actually send you back a few worlds. An example of this is in World 3-1, where you can either take the warp behind the flagpole or in the underground bonus area and get transported back to World 1. This is one of the mechanics in this game that makes it that much harder. However, there is an extra life secret that you can trigger if you touch the end flagpole with a coin total that's a multiple of 11 and when the timer has the same last digit as the amount of coins you have. That just sounds like way too much work. Super Mario Land 2 doesn't have any world warps, but has a lot of secret levels in each of the game's zones. These all come in the form of secret exits from a specific level within each zone. An example of this is in the Space Zone, where there's a series of hidden blocks you can uncover to reach the alternate exit at the top of the screen. This reveals the Shooting Star level, which is nothing more than just a really fun bonus. There are several more of these scattered around the different zones, all with their own unique way of unlocking them. Super Mario 64 was the first 3D game in the series and has a wide array of very different secrets. Instead of the ability to warp to different worlds, there are weird, hidden warp spots in certain levels that allow you to travel through them a lot quicker. Another weird unique secret has to do with the butterflies that appear in some courses. If you go up to these butterflies and punch them, one of 2 things will happen. The first is that they'll turn into a 1-up mushroom, which is a cool little prize. Or the second is that they'll become a black sphere that chases you until they damage Mario or hit something along their way. To be honest, I played hundreds of hours of Super Mario 64, and for some reason I never thought once of doing this. There are a few secret stars in this game, like Princess Peach's slide or capturing the rabbit, but the most hidden one has to be the secret slide in Tall Tall Mountain. This one's located just past the waterfall through a part of a cliffside that looks a bit odd. If you jump at this area of the mountain, you'll get transported into a sub-area where the star is waiting for you at the slide's end. Now, I must have gotten the star somehow in Super Mario 64 DS, as I achieved every single one in that game, and in just researching this video, I for some reason had absolutely no recollection of it.
Here we go!
One of my all-time favorite secrets in any Mario game takes place through Tick-Tock Clock, specifically what happens when you enter the course at specific times. If you enter the level when the big hand is on the 3, the clock mechanisms will move more slowly, making moving through the level a breeze. If you enter when the big hand is on the 6, then the clock mechanisms will be unpredictable and even sometimes reverse. If the big hand is on the 9, then the mechanisms will move extremely fast, and if the big hand is on the 12, then the mechanisms will stop altogether. I really love the way this level works, and this is actually something I figured out when I was a young kid. The final secrets I'm going to mention in this game all have to do with what happens when you gain all 120 stars. If you go out into the castle courtyard, then you'll notice the once closed up cannon is now open. Use it to shoot Mario onto the roof of the castle, where you'll find a bunch of 1-up mushrooms along with Yoshi himself. He'll congratulate you on your achievement and reward you with 101 lives plus a buff triple jump that negates all fall damage. The second thing you can do is go back to Cool Mountain and race the penguin down the slide. However, you'll notice he's gotten extremely fat. This will be a much tougher race, but you won't actually get anything from it. Finally, if you defeat Bowser in the final level with all 120 stars, he will actually give you a congratulations for your accomplishment. Super weird. One really interesting thing about Super Mario Sunshine is that there are several undocumented moves that Nintendo wants the player to discover by themselves. A few of these include the sprinkler backflip, the spin spray, the water slide, and the Yoshi spin. I'm really not quite sure why Nintendo decided to hide some of these moves and the abilities of the FLUDD in this game, but a few of them definitely make certain parts much easier. My favorite secret in this game has to be that you can actually acquire sunglasses and a Hawaiian shirt for Mario to wear. The sunglasses can be acquired from an NPC in Peanut Park after you gain a total of 30 Shine Sprites. The Hawaiian shirt can only be unlocked once you beat the entire game. The other thing that becomes unlocked is the secret airport level, which you can get by talking to that same person who gave you the sunglasses and shirt. There's a few coins here along with a red coin collection challenge, but honestly nothing too crazy. I could go on for hours talking about the secrets in this game, but then the video would be about a day long, so there are going to be a few secrets that I do have to skim over in each game. That's just a note for you guys. New Super Mario Bros. For the Nintendo DS was the series' return to 2D platforming, and also its return to world warps. These came in the form of cannons that could be reached by finding the secret exit in the required level. Another weird way to warp in this game requires you to beat certain bosses under certain conditions, actually allowing you to skip entire worlds. If you beat the boss of World 2 as Mini Mario, then you can go directly to World 4. If you beat the World 5 boss the same way, then World 7 will open. Another cool secret in this game that I actually didn't know about is the Toad House algorithm. If you finish the level just before the Toad House with the timer ending at 11, 22, or 33, then a random item will generate. If you end the level with the last two digits being 44, 55, or 66, then a green Toad House will appear, which is a 1-up card minigame. If you finish the level with the 77, 88, or 99 as the last two digits, then an orange Toad House will appear and spawn a Mega Mushroom. My favorite secret in this game involves unlocking the hidden challenge mode that you can access after you beat the game and going to the start menu. Here press L, R, L, R, X, X, Y, Y, and this much harder game mode will be playable. This changes certain levels, block locations, and inhibits the player's ability to move backwards. Super Mario Galaxy has some very unique secrets that are all pretty simple to find. If you collect 9,999 star bits, then every coconut in every galaxy will transform into a watermelon. I really don't know what the Japanese find so fascinating about watermelons. To unlock Luigi, you have to collect all 120 stars and defeat Bowser, which will allow you to play through the game again as Mario's bro. Luigi jumps much higher than Mario, but has way less control. If you once again collect all 120 stars, but as Luigi this time, you'll unlock the grand finale galaxy where you can collect the 121st star. There's no real challenge in this galaxy other than collecting the purple coins, which is a bit of a letdown as it's just meant to be a fun Easter egg. Finally, my favorite secret in this game has to be the Hidden Rupee, which is a direct reference to the Zelda series. This can be found in the Rolling Gizmo Galaxy in the form of star bits that are combined to look like a rupee. Super cool. New Super Mario Bros. Wii has very similar secrets to that of the DS version, as there are secret exits leading to warp cannons, and different mushroom houses depending on the last few digits on the timer. However, this title was the first to introduce file stars that showcase really how good you were at the game. To gain 1 star on your profile, you needed to just beat the game. For 2 stars, you needed to collect all 24 of the star coins in World 9. For 3 stars, you needed to beat every single normal level in the game. For 4 stars, you needed to collect all 207 star coins in the first 8 worlds. And finally, for 5 stars, you needed to beat every single level, find every secret goal, and use every warp cannon. Also, you can ensure all the stars are sparkly if you never die more than 7 times in a row on a single level. However, if this does happen, my favorite secret in the game occurs. Mario will go into autopilot mode and the computer will finish that level for you without you even having to touch a button. I can't say I ever knew about this as I had never died this many times, but it is a pretty neat feature. Super Mario Galaxy 2 is a game that also has a few undocumented moves that will help you traverse more easily through each level. There's a spin double kick where you have to do a spin maneuver, then long jump immediately after, which will actually defeat most enemies. There's a really cool flipping high dive that can be done by holding down Z or Z, and then pressing the jump button near a body of water. Finally, you can actually skate backwards if you hold Z or Z on ice. Very cool. Instead of profile stars in this game, you can instead collect crowns, which rank from silver if you get 120 stars, gold if you get all 240 normal stars, and jewel if you complete the 242 stars and become the master of the galaxies. To achieve this, you have to beat both the Grandmaster Galaxy, which unlocks once you get 240 stars, and the incredibly hard Perfect Run, which unlocks after you get 9,999 star bits in the Toad Bank. Oddly enough, in Super Mario 3D Land, there are only 2 warp skips that come in the form of secret warp pipes. The first one of these takes place in 1-2, and if you haven't noticed, this is a common theme among Mario games, and leads you directly to World 2. And the second and final warp takes place in 4-2 and leads you to World 5. I feel like these warps were only added to the game as a bit of an homage to past entries. Profile stars also exist in this game and are achieved by 1. Beating World 8 Bowser, 2. Beating all normal levels, 3. Collecting every single star medal, 4. Clearing S8 then going back and beating World 8 Castle again, and finally 5. Getting all gold flags in every level. A really weird secret occurs if you gain a maximum 1,110 lives. When this happens, Small Mario will for some reason have a hat, and when you power up to Super Mario, it disappears altogether. If you save while Super Mario is in the state, then your title screen will change and he will be hatless. Now this is definitely a secret I had no idea about. Just like the other games in this specific series, New Super Mario Bros. 2 also contains skips in the form of cannons that are reached through hidden exits found throughout certain levels. There are only 2 in this game that lead to the secret mushroom and flower worlds. One really unique secret in this game is the introduction of rainbow levels that are only unlocked once you finish the course with a certain amount of time left on the clock. This corresponds directly with what world you're in. For example, in World 1, the last 2 digits have to be 11. In World 2, they have to be 22. In World 3, they have to be 33, and so on and so forth. These rainbow levels aren't hard at all and are filled with hundreds of coins to collect. The game also offers the collection of both profile stars and crowns. These stars are collected by 1. Beating the game, 2. Gathering all star coins, 3. Gathering all moon coins in Star World, 4. Opening all paths and finding every hidden exit, and 5. Getting all 3 crowns. Now, just like Super Mario 3D Land, the crowns aren't based on anything but getting lives. Once again, if you do get those maximum 1,110 lives, both Mario and Luigi will become hatless. I'm not sure why this turned into a meme all of a sudden. New Super Mario Bros. U includes secret exits and world warps, but they act very differently in this game as alternative paths open up which take you to a secret level that connect to the overworld. This is much more reminiscent of Super Mario World as the worlds are connected here by paths and not warps. This game also has a flagpole algorithm that will give you bonus items depending on the last 2 digits on the timer when you touch it. If it ends in 11, 12, or 33, you'll get a mushroom. If it ends in 44, you'll get a fire flower, 55, you'll get an ice flower, 66, you'll get a tiny mushroom. 77, you'll get a super acorn. 88 or 99, you'll get a star. And 0, you'll get nothing. There's also profile stars to gain here that require you to 1, defeat Bowser. 2, complete every single level. 3, gain every star coin from world 1 to 8. 4, get every Superstar Road star coin. And finally 5, get all 94 flagpoles and catch Nabbit at least once in every world. However, my favorite secret gets unlocked once you beat the game, and that's the Secret Island Mushroom House. Here, all your game stats are kept on record, including deaths, 1-ups from flags, and number of applauses. I really think this is something that all future Mario games should have. Super Mario 3D World is an amalgamation of all past Mario games, and even include warp pipes that pay homage to past entries in the series. There are also bonus worlds in this game like Star World, which is only unlocked after beating the game, to Crown World, which is only open after you collect all stamps, green stars, and gold flags. If you beat Star World level 2, then the fan favorite Rosalina will become a playable character, which is a great unlockable addition. Getting all 5 secret profile stars in this game is almost impossible, as you have to collect every single stamp, every single golden flag, and beat the entire game worlds 1 to 11 with every single character. The amount of time that would take is actually astonishing. My favorite secret in this game is the massive amounts of Luigi Easter eggs scattered among the 11 worlds. This was in direct reference to Nintendo's 2013 to 2014 campaign called The Year of Luigi, celebrating the character through several games and fun references. What's even cooler is if you beat worlds 1 to 8 in this game, or have a Super Luigi Bros. U save file on your Wii U, then the Luigi Bros. Minigame will become unlocked, which is really just a cool throwback to the old school Mario arcade games. Super Mario Odyssey, the most recent game in the series, is full of very unique secrets and Easter eggs that are very different than any other game before it. Instead of traditional warps, there are now paintings that are included in each kingdom as a sort of gateway to the other ones. Now, these don't actually let you skip any part of the game unless you glitch it somehow or do some very, very difficult jumps. Just take a look at this. One cool hidden Easter egg in this game is that if you jump on the globe that's attached to the Odyssey, then some very familiar music will start to play. There's also 8-bit characters that can be found in various kingdoms that will give you things like coins, 1-ups, and hearts. However, my favorite secret in this game has to come in the form of the final level, Along Journey's End. If this level isn't secret enough, there's actually a way to bypass a large portion of it by using a glide-on and shaking your controller to maintain height. If you do it properly, you can go right to the Bowser painting. If you do it even better, you can skip that painting section and just go right to the end of the level. I remember first discovering this by myself and felt extremely accomplished. Alright, so that's going to be it for today's video, guys. I really hope you did enjoy this one. Of course, I couldn't include every single secret from every single game because that would just be an enormously long video, but I hope this gives you a little bit of insight to each game and what kind of secrets they hold. If you guys haven't yet, then please leave a like, comment below what you thought about the video, and if you have any ideas for any upcoming ones you want me to do, and of course subscribe to my channel. Also, if you haven't yet, please check out my Instagram at Copycat Gamer, where I upload some really cool clips and items from my collection that you won't see anywhere else. I hope you guys all have a good day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!